This hour for you on Daybreak, the Greene County Sheriff's Office needs your help in locating a missing person.
And a look at the number of COVID-19 cases at a county jail and why the number of cases keep rising.
Also for you, we'll have a breakdown of those COVID cases in Arkansas and what the governor is planning to do now. It's all ahead this morning for you here on Daybreak.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Today is Thursday, August 13th. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm Joe Morano. We are getting you set for the upcoming weekend that's almost on its way and plenty to get to over the course of the next hour.
Yes, that's right, including the weather for the weekend, which is looking pretty nice once all of those storms get out of the way, right, Elisa?
Yeah, it looks like a mostly dry and hot weekend. Storm chances just keep dwindling. They don't have a lot of oomph in the atmosphere is what I'm calling it.
That's all right. I'll take another classic summer weekend. I could use a little pool. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I say nice if you're okay with the hot temperatures because it's going to be hot. But yeah, the pool would help us cool it down and that would make it better.
Yeah, and it's kind of the last taste of the heat in the 7-day because we'll have much cooler temperatures by next week. Behind me, you're seeing a lot of gray skies where we've gotten some fog and some low-hanging clouds out there this morning. 70 degrees right now in Springfield with southerly winds and dew points right around 70. Visibility is down to 5 miles in Springfield with some patchy fog. You're down to about a half a mile visibility in Fort Leonard Wood, a quarter mile in Harrison, and a mile and a half in Branson. So patchy to locally dense fog out there this morning. You're mostly dry. We're watching some storms pretty much cut right around us in Kansas and Oklahoma. Some showers in Bentonville and Fayetteville, but we probably won't see much more than that. It's 70 degrees in Springfield and 72 degrees this morning in Branson, coming with some of that sticky humidity. On the roads, you'll be mostly dry out there because, again, it looks like those storms are moving right around us. You might have a shower or a storm this afternoon, but most of us will be dry. At the pool, you're looking at a high at 89 degrees with some partly to mostly sunny skies. If a storm gets to northwest Arkansas, it could have some damaging winds. But again, for the most part, those storms are missing us. A front returns by the weekend with a cooler stretch going into next week. Details in 10 minutes.
New this morning, the Greene County Sheriff's Office has issued an endangered person advisory for 18-year-old Patrick Lambeth. Lambeth was last seen yesterday morning around 11 a.m. on South Windsor in Battlefield. At around 7:30 last night, Lambeth called his father stating that he needed money or he would be killed. Lambeth is 5'11". He weighs 150 pounds, has brown hair and hazel eyes. If you have any information, call the Sheriff's Office.
We also have some new information on the way for you here on the growing number of coronavirus cases at the Greene County Jail. The Sheriff's Office says over half of a single housing unit now have COVID-19. Out of 170 inmates, 83 have tested positive. That number has more than doubled since Tuesday after more results are coming in. 29 staff members also have the virus. The department is concerned that other officers may spread the disease to another jail pod while at work. However, no inmates are being moved and many are quarantined. Also, no inmates are in the hospital with medical issues yet.
Today, the city of Springfield and the Springfield Greene County Health Department will have a live briefing at 10 a.m. and we will have full coverage. You can watch the whole thing right here and on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
The Boys and Girls Club of Springfield is expanding mental health services at its Fremont and Musgrave locations with assistance from Burrell Behavioral Health in order to help support kids. The partnership will allow for a licensed therapist to be on campus at the two locations while kids are there. Director of Development, Didam Koroglu, says the partnership could not have come at a better time.
Especially during these times with COVID-19, our kids and our families are going to be need more stability, and I think the clubs are a perfect place for that as our kids come into our clubs after school, and especially during this virtual time of learning as well. So we're going to need more of that kind of support, and so this partnership could not have come at a better time.
Along with the expanded mental health services, the Boys and Girls Club of Springfield recently broke ground on a new location at Williams Elementary, which the group opens to open up in August of 2023.
Two local nonprofit organizations' annual fundraising events are looking different this year, and being unable to host in-person fundraisers is causing Harmony House and Isabel's House to find new ways to raise money. Isabel's House aims to provide housing for children under the age of 12 whose families are in crisis. According to its website, Greene County and surrounding counties record a record child abuse and neglect rates of nearly 5 per 1,000 kids. Holly Beadle, executive director of Isabel's House, says even though they are unable to host an in-person fundraiser this year, several sponsors are having mini events at home with small groups of friends or family. And she says the best way to contribute, if you're interested, is to sponsor a child.
When we think about COVID and jobs being cut, any type of income or just struggles that has brought, we see a lot of that increase. As they walk in our lobby and up to the house, they do see some of the names of our founding donors and current donors. It touches their hearts, and most importantly, it gives them hope.
In Harmony House, their mission is to provide shelter and education to domestic violence survivors. Jared Alexander, director of development at Harmony House, says they couldn't host their big in-person fundraiser, the Purple Party, like they usually do, so they sold individual tickets and house party packs. There were over 21 parties going on across town, and they brought them party favors and decorations so people could socially distance. If you missed the Purple Party, you can still make contributions online.
$35 provides 24 hours of safe shelter for an individual that's looking to Harmony House for help. So that's always a great way to reach out and support us. What we're able to do with the funds that are given to Harmony House is not only provide somebody a safe place, escaping a terrible situation that they're having at home, but we have a whole host of wraparound services.
More information about how you can sponsor a child at Isabel's House or donate to Harmony House is on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Tuesday, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson said just over 1,000 coronavirus tests had been performed from the day before, resulting in 300 new cases. Since then, about 3,000 more tests and 400 new cases. The governor says he will be signing a letter of intent partnering with the Rockefeller Foundation to increase the state's access to commercial labs. He's doing this in order to help labs expand production, knowing the demand is needed because the various states have already committed COVID-19 supplies.
Testing is so important to our strategy that I'll knock on any door to achieve the result of greater success. And so I'll continue to push for national solutions to the shortage of the commercial testing labs, but I'll also help from a state perspective to create that demand.
At this point, the governor says it's too soon to know how much it could cost Arkansas, and a lot of that comes down to how many other states will take part. We have a breakdown of new cases there. 679 of them are community spread. 24 of them are in correctional facilities. The state health department says hospitalizations are down slightly by 21.
We're starting out with some dry roads and patchy fog in Springfield this morning. We're watching some storms cut right around the Ozarks this morning. They're back in Oklahoma. Details on storm chances, heat, and a cool down coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Alisa Rafa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.